like it better with this deeper Peppermint Butler shade. What do you guys think? Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Nat. Thank you all so much for joining me. Today we're going to do another look using the Candy Kingdon palette from the Adventure Time collab with Lethal Cosmetics. My friend Aiyana B here on YouTube requested a blue look using the shades Pup Gang, Blueberry Cops, Gumdrop, and Peppermint Butler. Blue eyeshadow is the one color that I've kind of stayed away from on my eyelids, and that's because when I was a kid I used to dance, and my very first recital my mom put blue eyeshadow on my eyes when all of us were supposed to have a neutral brown. But in her defense, my costume was a bright blue, so I think she thought it would go well. But ever since then I've kind of had it stuck in my head to not put blue eyeshadow on my eyelids. But I appreciate Aiyana so much for requesting this because it pushes me out of my comfort zone. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the shade Pup Gang and a REPHR number 16. And I'm just starting like usual in the outer corner. And working it up into the crease area. We're laying this down as a transition shade. And I'm just doing big windshield wiper motions. Same thing on the other side. I'm curious, do any of you guys have any colors that you stay away from on your eyelids? So because I'm using such a big fluffy brush, it really is just laying down a light wash of color in the background, and it makes the transition shade makes all the other colors that we lay down on top easier to blend out. Now let's go in with the shade Blueberry Cops and a REPHR 01. Same thing, starting in the outer corner. Let's pat down some pigment first. This blue's pretty pigmented. And let's gently, using circular motions, blend it up into the crease area. And pull it across towards the inner corner with no added pigment. I haven't dipped back in. We're just using the initial amount of product that we've had on this brush. Because I find whenever you're wearing colors on the brighter side or the bolder side, you want to ensure that the edge that you have is really soft, blended, and kind of blown out with no hard lines. I find that that's what makes it a lot more wearable. Same thing on the other side. And now I'm going back in with the REPHR number 16 with no added pigment, because we're going to soften out the edges. Actually, now I am going to dip into the Pup Gang shade with the REPHR number 16. I just want to see what it'll look like if we added a bit more of that to the top edge. And now let's dip into the Peppermint Butler shade, and I'm going to go in with the SHODO 00. Let's pat down some color first. And I'm going to bring this shade along my lash line. And gently bring it up into the crease area. I like it better with this deeper Peppermint Butler shade. What do you guys think? And then gently bringing it across. And I'm using barely any pressure on this side because I don't want too harsh of a line right here. So a combination of little pressure and these tapered tips of the SHODO 00 do a nice job of that. Same thing on this side. And then gently bringing it up into the crease area. Back to the REPHR number 16 with no added pigment for more softening. Now let's add some shimmer. If I remember correctly, when I swatched this Gumdrop shade, it's a little bit on the lighter side. So I think I'm going to add Mr. Cupcake and just my finger. We're just going to pop that on the third of the eye. That's pretty. Same thing on this side. And now let's add the shade Gumdrop. Same thing, just my finger. And we're gonna put that in the inner corner of my eyeball. Oh, that's a pretty shade. Can you guys see that? This Gumdrop shade has a shift to it. Can you see? I think the shift is like a bit of a pink, which kind of makes it look purple when it's mixed with the blue. Same thing on this side. This Gumdrop shade is way prettier on the eyelids than when I initially swatched it. What do you guys think? I'm going to go in with the shade Peppermint Butler and the SHODO 00. Just to add that back in the outer corner over top of the edge of where the shimmer starts. Same thing on this side. I just did concealer, bronzer, and set my face off camera so we can go ahead and finish up this eye look. And we're just starting in the outer corner of the lower lash line and gently pulling it across. Same thing on this side. And now I'm going to go in with the shade Cupcake and the REPHR 16. And we're just going to soften out the bottom edge. Same thing on this side. I want to add some more of the Cupcake shade to the inner corner of my lower lash line, so I'm just going to go in with a tiny brush from ColourPop. It's the E29. And we're just going to put that right here. I'm curious to see if this white matte shade called Marshmallow Kids could work as an underbrow highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my MAC 272, which is discontinued. It's just a flat shader brush. And let's see if this is too bright or not. Oh, I think it works. I just did eyeliner and mascara off camera. Let me come in close to show you guys. For eyeliner, I used the GUNTER liquid eyeliner in black. For blush today, I thought we'd try out the Lumpy Space Princess blush, and I'm going to go in with an F05 from SINGE Beauty. What do you guys think? I think that's quite pretty. Oh, finally we got hit with some pigment. I feel like this shade is quite pretty on the skin, don't you think? For lips today, I'm going to use the Jake the Dog lip gloss. This lip gloss has pink and gold glitter in it, I think. Can you guys see? And there we have it. This is the final look. Actually, let me turn off this light again for you guys. Just seeing if this lighting is a little bit better for you guys to see the special shades. And that wraps up this video. Thank you again so much to Aiyana B for suggesting these shades. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time.
Okay.